I have lived in 4 continents and many countries. I didn't choose this nomadic lifestyle, it just happened. This started in 2009 when I moved to Asia to do a series of meditation retreats. 2 years later, I met my current partner in India. We lived in the US, Latin America, and Asia for different reasons, such as work projects, meditation retreats, family visits, visas, and other issues. We then bought a tandem bicycle and rode it from the south of Spain to Greece, along the Mediterranean. It was an incredible adventure and a form of retreat as well. We also spent time in Edinburgh, France, Morocco, Australia, and many other places around the world. So I'm going to share with you 10 things I learned from living as a nomad. I hope it will be of benefit to those of you who are considering switching to a more fluid lifestyle. Minimalism. Being a nomad forces you to be a minimalist. All your possessions must fit in at most 2 suitcases. This opens a lot of space and freedom in your life. I've met dozens of people telling me they wish they could travel the world, but they can't because they have too many things in one place. Living, not traveling. You might think that staying a few weeks or months in a place is not living there, it's traveling. But I think the difference is when you travel, your home is somewhere else. You see your trip as a temporary experience, so you act like a tourist, trying to see and enjoy as much as you can. When you're a nomad, every place is your home. You shop in the supermarket, cook, sit every day for work, and do the daily routines that are important for you. You live the same way regardless of the changing environment. You also spend more time immersed in the culture of the people that live around you and get to experience a place in a fuller way, recognizing the signs when it's time to move. When you live as a nomad, nothing binds you to a place, job, or situation. Yet, there might be a project or interest that brought you there. As with everything else, these things are impermanent too, and you become aware that the conditions to be there have come to an end. Sometimes it's a project that is finishing, or your visa expiring, the weather becoming extreme, or another place and people calling you to do something meaningful. Freedom. I learned I can just pack anytime and leave a place with no previous planning or preparation. I'm grateful for all the places I've slept in and the people I met, but I'm not attached to any of them. It's a great feeling to go somewhere else without knowing and controlling every detail of what comes ahead, and without fear. After a while, the fluidity of this lifestyle becomes so natural you don't even get excited. It's just normality, and you become more equanimous. You don't need more money. This is one of the most difficult things to explain to people who want to become nomads, because they're afraid they won't be able to afford it. For some people, this might be true, but for others, it's just fear what stops them from packing and buying a ticket to some other place. If you're one of these people, let me ask you this question. If you didn't have to pay for rent, utilities, gasoline, food, internet, and other basics, how much money would you have every month from your income? Now imagine yourself in any place of the world you would like to live, and ask yourself which kind of place you could rent with that money, what kind of food you could afford. Depending on how much you earn and the place you go, you will be able to live sometimes as a rich person and sometimes as a poor person. If you're not attached to one or other lifestyles, you can experience a wide range of places to live in. But let me tell you this, there are at least 5 places in the world with the same conditions as the place you're currently living in. So you could just move there and have the same exact expenses. You might need some extra for transportation, but if you're smart, you can learn to spend very little on it. And you also might need to transition to a virtual job. This might be the hardest part, but there are lots of possibilities nowadays thanks to the internet. Saving skills. After living in different cities, I noticed we became skilled at saving in things like flights and lodging. To give you an example, an Airbnb for a week might be more expensive than renting a place for a month. We became very skilled at finding cheap places in amazing locations and to use credit card points in exchange for flights and hotels. Challenges. I learned there are difficult challenges that come with this lifestyle too. One of them is keeping a daily routine. When you change places, there's movement for at least 1 or 2 days. Your daily routine is interrupted by packing, going to the airport or train station, or climbing on your bike. Then arriving and settling into your new home might take several days. So I learned to treat those days as a weekend or holiday, but it hasn't always been easy. Another challenge of this lifestyle is missing your loved ones. You are continually saying goodbye to the people you love, and sometimes arriving in a place where you don't know anyone, and even more, you don't speak their language. This can be scary sometimes. Yet, after a while, this transforms into a feeling that the whole world is your home, and all the people your family. Other challenges are the unpredictable ones, such as missing a flight, having your visa cancelled for no reason, having trouble finding a place to rent, etc. I think these are some of the things that make people stay in a safe place within their comfort zone. And I understand it, but I also feel that living through these challenges have given me an empowering feeling that I can face discomfort and work it out. Introspection. Many times I've moved to solitary places in nature or monasteries to do long-term retreats. When you do a retreat, you disconnect yourself from your habitual world of relationships, job, internet, planning, commitments, and stressing situations. You're opening a space in your life to be just with yourself and your present experience. This allows the mind to settle into a peaceful silence, making the experience of being aware more vivid and clear, and opening your heart to love the whole world. Preparation for the great trip. There's one trip we're all going to take sooner or later. There won't be any time for packing or saying goodbyes. We'll leave our home, all our possessions, and loved ones behind. We will leave even our most prized possession, our bodies. And we will go to an unknown destination. I'm not trying to be depressing here, but realistic. If we haven't learned to leave our bedrooms for one night, if we fear traveling 8 hours and being in a different place of this planet, how are we going to be prepared for death? The nomadic lifestyle is a great teacher on impermanence and a reminder to value every moment of this life. Gratitude. Living as a nomad for more than 10 years, I've received so much kindness and generosity from people all over the world. In every place I've been, I've met loving, compassionate people. I don't understand why there are still wars in some places of the world. When we think of everyone as our people, they feel it too, and we can connect from the heart, regardless of race, culture, and beliefs. This experience has made me feel enormous gratitude to all the people I have crossed paths with. I hope this video has given you an idea of what it means to live as a nomad. If you like this video and want to know more about meditation, wellness, minimalism, creativity, and slow living. I invite you to subscribe and share this journey we call life.